Guys, what is going on? Redmash here, and welcome back to another episode of Hidden Combos, where today we are going to be taking you into a more casual deck, the Njord Knights. Now, fair warning, I've playtested this deck beforehand in a couple of matches with a buddy of mine, and we've kind of established that no matter which way you put it, you won't really get a solid competitive deck out of this sort of combination. But I did want to show you guys the deck anyway, because I feel like it's a fun concept for sure. So that being said, let's hop into Njord Knights. So here is the deck list for what I am calling Njord Knights. Now, obviously, Njord Knights is pretty straightforward. A Knight deck that really emphasizes the Winds of the Njord buff that recently was, placed on the card. A decrease to 4 gold. And then being able to cheaply Luminaris from, closer to your side of the map. And along with other cards like Swordsman too, I think getting units close to the castle that can bring off, that can pull off this kind of big damage is also good. As for the rest of the deck, I mean, we do have Knights. Knights are a big aspect to it, even though there aren't too many. We've got Questing, we've got the Knight of Flowers, we've got Genevieve, and Swordsman, of course, all viable targets for Luminaris, plus Inspire, so you could also get maybe another Questing Knight from Inspire as well, along with a variety of other different cards. But we also have a lot of separate buffs in the meantime from Vikings, Battle Ready, Spear Strike, Lightning Blade for examples, to provide a little extra muscle to your units, and then a couple of other standard things that I like to include in my decks. Oh, I forgot Horseman's also a knight. We have Horseman as well. We also have some other standard cards you might see in any sort of deck. Obviously, Lumberjack, Hassan City Guard, Flux, Armory, Blacksmith. I'm also opting to throw in some Divine Knowledge here as some additional draw because you do want to always keep a constant hand, or at least a good amount of resources in your hand to use. It is a bit tricky. I will admit that Divine Knowledge is, like Forbidden City now, trickier to use than before, but I still think you need some additional draw, and that's where the Divine Knowledge certainly helps. So, again, kind of pretty straightforward from there. You've also got cards like Pegacorn, Tyrannosaur, Flux, like I said earlier. All things that I just kind of threw into the deck just to, help reinforce it at a competitive level, even though I said in the beginning of this video, no matter what way you kind of put a spin on this deck, it's not going to be one of those competitive decks. So that being said, let's show you guys the matches from today and show you what went down. Alright, so for our match here, we don't need Blade or Nords. I want as much sort of units as possible. That's actually a decent replacement. Oh, even a battle-ready Lumberjack. We can do that if we wanted to. But this should be interesting. We're actually both the same color. I mean, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I could foresee War Party, but War Party is a very, it's on the decline, so I really can't see. Alright. That's fine. You know what? Because I can, I'm going to do a battle-ready Lumberjack. That's probably the stupidest move, but if he can't really block me, I'm going to make him suffer for at least trading something decent, especially maybe like a 2-drop for me. Or both Hassan City Guards. I'll take that. I'll take that. And we still got to draw in the process. Look at that. Alright, so now we're in business. Spear Strike, Lightning Blade, Divine Knowledge, decent substitutes. He needs to block with something. Yeah, that's not something that's going to help too much, but hey, I'll take it. We'll also throw out Hassan City Guard to put more pressure on the board. We want to, with the low kind of unit count we have, we want to push as much as we can up. Even though I am threatening to lose our only knight for Luminaris, we can always draw more in the next few turns. And again, with Spear Strike, we have that option. We pushed really well with that Lumberjack. Oh, Winds in the North, plus Blacksmith. Blacksmith's going to take out one of the guards. All right. Another Divine Knowledge. Do I go for a... I go for a Knowledge because I want as much draw as possible. Hey, we'll get rewarded for it with another Hassan City Guard. So I'll take that. All right. So it's basically like we didn't even lose any sort of presence at all, and we kind of gained an extra card. I want to eventually start using Njord to bring my guys a bit forward. We'll see. He's using the medallion now for a T-Rex. So we'll take that trade actually very nicely. Speaking of T-Rex, we do have our own in hand. Yeah, I mean, we'll trade. And then we won't exactly use the Winds of the Nord yet, because we are going to have a Winds plus a 3 gold spell for the next turn, so I'm thinking maybe Winds and Spear Strike, if that is something that can come up. He'll bring out a Warrior to block, which I'm not going to do a whole lot, but actually will actually help. That will actually, I said actually twice, help us further. We'll Spear Strike our T-Rex, and then boom, chomp 10 off of the face. And now his castle's in an awkward position. Even if he does kill off the T-Rex, it's going to be a struggle for him. Hell, even then, we have Lethal right in our hands, Swordsman and Luminaris, if we can get these two cards out in the next 2 turns, respectively. Ugh, excuse me. And that'll put a nice wrap up to the Nord Knights. Even though we didn't see a whole lot of Knights, I still think that's a good example of what the deck can do. The Battle Ready Lumberjack, I think, was a very interesting first turn play, but it paid off for us in the end. But what can KMMTG do? That's the true question of the night. Anything? Hello? I mean, you can't give up on us now, or else I'm going to Spear Strike again. Or Lightning Blade. Spear Strike or Lightning Blade? No? So I do have anything for us here? There goes a timer. Yikes. So I don't want to end off on this sort of AFK note, because there's a possibility he more than likely would have been able to do something. So we'll probably hop into another one just to reinforce, Nord Knight's capabilities. Hell, we'll even do this. Just because. Alright, so let's move on to match number 2, because that one went AFK in the last match, which I feel like isn't a good example for, just to leave you guys off on this note. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, I guess we can work with this. Probably. Okay, it's actually opting to go for a Merchant's Estate. Coin Merchant's Estate, keep in mind that. He wasted the coin just to bring this out. Sorry. No, okay. Alright, Blacksmith, so he's getting something prepared. We have the Knight of Flowers. Imagine if he just coined out his Merchant's Estate, but he's got, like, absolutely nothing. I'm expecting probably Barb. Or Guard. Guard works. He's actually playing more than one Guard? Okay, just another Merchant's Estate. Nope, I mean, that's fine. Oh, you know what I can do to really mess with him? And then boom. Whoosh! Battle ready. Oh, hold on. We need to take a quick transition. Alright, so he's only able to throw out a Vicious Sunflower, which, thanks to Battle Ready, we can actually knock away and not have the last will affect us. So that's a good sign. I think we can probably make this turn even better just to throw out our presence even more. Start throwing out a couple of guys here and here. Even though he's got this double Merchant's Estate, I don't think he's got anything for it. Judging by his hand, anyway. Anything? Okay, got the Guardian. So there goes the Knight. And he's got a Monk as well. Alright, so he heals off the damage, or any sort of damage. Alright, who's the Spear Strike going to? Because you might as well use it. That's fine. That is A-okay with me. Let's just... Oh, okay, and then we misplay the guards. That's okay. Alright, so we'll bring him down there. It's still a long ways to go before double draw kicks in, so whatever's in his hand, he's got to use it. But let's see. Let's see what he's got. Ooh, okay. Can I get a blacksmith or an armor? No. I can't get anything like that to help me. You know, which makes sense. This is CNC after all. Alright, Guardian and Knight of Flowers. Alright. I think we should be okay. In before he whips out Arbiter's Return, kills my Master at Arms, and gets Swordsman on face. Because that's literally what would happen at this point, just with how my luck's going in this. Alright, you got anything though? I mean, his lack of doing anything is kind of, you know, decent. I mean, are we literally going to have the same thing happen that happened last time where the guy just doesn't make a move and he gives up? Because at that point, I'm not... We've kind of established that... I mean, from the last game, we get it, but... Nope, here comes the timer. Alright. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. There. Alright, so never mind. He comes back in to join us. So let's just go ahead and do a winds pull. Let's establish the winds now. And we've actually blocked off that summoning space where the merchant estate is, so that's also a good sign. I don't think he was expecting. I think the books was the only thing he could have played, so it's fine by me. We need to start blocking this castle though, because Flux is going to do a good amount of damage. Although I would like to show off the Luminaris portion. Now that we've got a castle pulled in with Nords, let's get a Luminaris play going. Before he actually I mean, Banshee, okay. That's all he can do though. Alright, so we'll give him the free card here. We'll Sunburst as well, give Flux some extra health. We'll knock on the castle a little bit here. We'll give him some heavenly armor. There we go. Alright. Alright, so he's got a maximum of 11 gold now. He can go up to 12 next turn, but he's got to find me first. Or he's got to get past my Flux first. So I typed that in somewhere else like minutes ago. So that's stuck in my head for some reason. Does he have anything though? It's okay, Serpent Witch. That's actually decent. That's going to stun me. Ooh, I can pacify though. Alright, here's what I can do. So that we don't have to push too heavily. There we go. We do have the Arbiter's Return 2 in hand, so that's good. Pacifism, it's not going to do much for us. Again, would like to show a Luminaris, though, for the viewers, for the people. Can we have a Luminaris? The mighty gods that run everything. Can I get, oh, Ranger. Ranger's gonna put in some work killing off the Knight of Flowers. We can trade with the guard then. But the important thing is now that we have swordsman on face, and that's gonna be a whole other problem for him. More minor spells. We'll give him the deflecting shield. And you know what? We'll get Genevieve. And we'll just plunder the blacksmith in case who's going to use him to fend off whatever I have. Alright, so I think this game is pretty much over. Not much he can do. Yeah, no, not much. Dwarven Archives. Yeah, he's going to use that finally. Retreat the blacksmith. Courthouse. Hands of the Saint on his castle. Okay, so he brings it back up to 20, but there's not much he can do. Because we're also going to do this. You don't need the bleed. I can use the shifting technique, though. You can definitely use that to get us another spell. Another Dagger Storm. We'll play Inspire. Okay, and he's going to surrender anyway. Okay, so that was a good run for Njord Knight. Another good win for us there. Although I think that's going to do it for... I mean, we weren't able to get a Njord Luminaris combo, but you guys saw the Njord pull and why that's effective in the deck. So I think that's a pretty good point to end off the video on. That being said, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Hidden Combos, of course, into the Njord Knight deck. If you guys haven't already done so, hit that like button, share with your friends, and comment down below your thoughts on the deck. Like I said, it isn't really a competitive deck. You know, blue-yellow has really fallen off the ladder in these past few months, so I don't recommend taking this to your, 3K deck spot. You can if you want to, but I don't recommend it because it is a very difficult one to use, especially in this current day and age. But again, do leave me comments down below, and we're down there. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Help Trace support the channel. Help us grow all by clicking that subscribe button. No additional cost to you. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you next time. So until then, stay gaming.